What's up, guys? James Carr TV here for a recap of the Sunday Night Football games. First, allow me to apologize for uploading this video late and for neglecting to upload a video for the late games. Sometimes, unfortunately, life gets in the way, but I hate when people use that excuse because at the end of the day, I made a video by the end of the day. So no matter how much life gets in the way and no matter how difficult the upcoming chemistry exam is going to be on Thursday for me, I will be here to recap this game. Now, we had the Seattle Seahawks going to the Green Bay Packers. Now, for those of you that follow me last season, I was pretty low on the Seattle Seahawks in terms of the national view of things. I knew that, yes, they would win games, but a lot of the games they would win would be fraudulent, and I was never 100% sold that, yeah, this is a great football team. Yes, they went 12-4. Yes, they went to the Super Bowl. I think they became a great team throughout the weeks of like 12 to 16 and then into the playoffs, but they would have games where they just would not play well. And I just came away very unimpressed and underwhelmed. This was the Seahawks team I saw today. And this game, I predicted them to go to Lambeau Field, to win in Lambeau, and to give themselves a shot at hosting what I believe will be the NFC Championship game against the Green Bay Packers. But now, this early, week 2, I think that discussion is now over. I don't see a way the Seattle Seahawks catch up to and end up having a better record than the Green Bay Packers. This was a key game because this is a game that, to me, determined who was going to host the NFC Championship, because I do believe even with the Seahawks being 0-2, they will be there. Now, the Arizona Cardinals are coming, and they look like they're going to challenge the Seattle Seahawks, though, so maybe I need to reevaluate things as far as that is concerned. But the Seattle Seahawks, they're still a strong team, and they're still going to make the playoffs. They're still a playoff team. I don't care that they're 0-2. I don't care. The takeaway I take from this, and this is just in NFL in general, man, Aaron Rodgers is really good. I mean, he's really good, and Tom Brady, by the way, is really good. And if you have a quarterback that's really good, you're going to be really good, because the Patriots and the Packers by far are the two best teams in the NFL. Yes, the Denver Broncos are 2-0. Yes, the Arizona Cardinals are 2-0. Give me the Packers and give me the Patriots. If your Super Bowl prediction was the Packers and Patriots, you're quite happy with yourself right now. See, Russell Wilson actually played okay today, but he did have a horrible interception. Intercepted by Elliott. I barely know who that is on the defensive line for the Green Bay Packers. Really just threw a dumb pass there. Marshawn Lynch, ineffective, 15 rushes, 41 yards. Russell Wilson, though, ran the ball well and gave the Green Bay Packers a little bit of fits and a little bit of issues. But the problem that I believe continues to be whenever the Seahawks go up against the Packers, or anyone else for that matter, they don't have great wide receiving playmakers. Doug Baldwin had 92 yards and a touchdown today, but if you could give Russell Wilson a nice weapon on the outside, that could be something defenses will lose sleep over. I mean, just give him a weapon that he can use on the outside, a big target that he can throw the ball to consistently. Like you saw a glimmer and a glimpse of that when Chris Matthews was dominating the first half of the Super Bowl. Give him a big, strong, good weapon. Imagine Russell Wilson with like Julio Jones or AJ Green or Calvin Johnson. Oh my God. Why can't the Seahawks search for that man? But no, they're trying to use cute little toys like Tyler Lockett and cute little punks like Percy Harvin before him. Why don't you get yourself a good, big, prototypical NFL wide receiver and you'll find more success with this offense. The Green Bay Packers, though, again, it's either them or the Patriots. One of those teams is the best team in the NFL. I'll leave that up to you to decide. But Rodgers, Brady, and Rodgers, they're at the top. The best quarterbacks in the NFL. They have the best teams in the NFL. And that's the way it's going to stay for the time being. Looking and glimpsing into the future, we have the Green Bay Packers next week and the Seattle Seahawks next week. I will check to see who they are facing next week and how they will perform next week. The Green Bay Packers are hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. On Monday Night Football, the Chiefs are coming off of a loss on Thursday Night Football, giving them a long time to prepare for this game. But because this game is in Green Bay, I do believe the Green Bay Packers will win that game. And then furthermore, we have the Seattle Seahawks hosting Where did that game go? Wow, I just saw it in front of my face and it just disappeared. Hosting the Chicago Bears, they'll win that. The Bears are they're looking like one of the worst teams in the NFL, which is shocking to me because their talent, they still have a lot of talent. They still have Matt Forte, they still have a good offensive line. Alshon Jeffrey didn't play today, but he's still really good. But Jay Cutler's injured. I don't know what's going on with him, but if Jimmy Claus is playing, the Seahawks will rebound quite nicely next week in Seattle. All right, so let's talk about the late games. We had the Oakland Raiders defeat the Baltimore Ravens. And look, the Oakland Raider fans hate me because I had them going 5-11 entering this season. And last week it proved to be pretty much correct because they completely did not show up against Cincinnati Bengals. But this game was the game that the Raider fans thought they were going to get week 1 and think they're going to get for the rest of the season. That is Derek Carr throwing the ball up to Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper catching it well and running for yards and being an explosive offense. And oh my God, they're great and they're great. It was an impressive victory. The Oakland Raiders now have my eyebrow raised, but we also have to keep in mind they did not play well last week. Which Raider team are we going to see consistently? The one we saw this week or the one we're going to see or the one we saw last week? That's something we have to see in the upcoming weeks. The Jacksonville Jaguars won today after losing week 1. I have the Jaguars going 3-13 entering this season. I don't have much faith in Blake Bortles, but he kind of proved me wrong today. He had a good game, a nice game. I would like to see that completion percentage be higher, but hey, not bad. And then you also had Allen Robinson had a nice game over 152 yards or something like that, and 2 touchdowns. Nice game for him. And finally, we had the Dallas Cowboys beat the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles don't look like they want to win the division, but they're going to have no choice. With Tony Romo out for 8 to 10 weeks, with Dez Bryant out for 8 to 10 weeks, the Eagles have to win this division. It's not going to be the Giants. The Giants are just bad. The Washington Redskins had a fraudulent win today. It has to be the Eagles, right? I mean, Sam Bradford can't be this bad, right? I mean, I want to say, but man, the Eagles aren't convincing me yet. But I still, with the Tony Romo injury, with the Dez Bryant injury, I have to pick the Eagles now. You have to. But man, they did a horrible job of selling me today. Where was this Eagles offense that Chip Kelly has brung? I mean, I didn't see it today. Did you see it? I didn't see it. The Cowboys defense, though, they played really well, so give credit to them. But Sam Bradford, oh my gosh, when I started this, took 32 teams, 32 days team previews coming into the season, I had the Eagles going 7-9, and I'm thinking that I should have kept to that prediction instead of upgrading it to 10-6 after the preseason, because I thought after the preseason, hey, Sam Bradford's impressing me. I think they're going to do better than I initially thought, but eventually that proved not to be the case. Now, real quick, looking at the parity in the NFL this week, who knows what's going on? Teams that you thought would be bad, like the Raiders, the Jaguars, the Bucks, the Redskins, they won this week. So really, no one knows who's really bad. 0-2 teams like the New Orleans Saints, like the Chicago Bears, they're not going to lose 14, 13, 12 games. They just have too much talent. So it's hard to say who are the worst teams in the NFL, and hopefully over the upcoming weeks that begins to settle, because my picks this week were awful, as were a lot of yours, by looking at my James Carter TV Picks Challenge. So hopefully things start to settle down, because the NFL this week was very unpredictable. If you were betting on any of these games, if you were picking any of these games, you went through hell this week. So hopefully things begin to settle down next week, and hopefully the Monday Night Football game, the Jets may win that one, and then we have to reevaluate things, what we're thinking about the Colts and the Jets as well. So a lot of 1-1 teams out there, a lot of things to be determined for this young NFL season. We'll see how things go into week 3. Until next time, James Carter TV, I'm out. Peace.